Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey's Adventures. How's everybody doing? Doing awesome. It's been a pretty good Friday. So, we are in the car. The wife's dropping me off. She's not going with me. You can't really see her because the sun's beaming on her face. So the wife's taking me, but she's not going to stay with me. She's taking me and dropping me off. So what we're doing on this adventure, or this episode, however you want to look at it, is we're heading back up to Crowder's Mountain. So the whole purpose of this trip, for why we're going to Crowder's Mountain, because that's where the YouTube channel all started. That was our very first episode was filmed out of there. And this is going to be our 1 year anniversary on YouTube. So as of November 10th, will be 1 year, and that's going to be the release date of this video. I'd figure I had full intentions of bringing you guys on as soon as I got on the trail and I had everything on me as I was walking in, because it's about a mile, you know, somewhere around just over a mile hike in. But because of my work schedule, Mama Bear's work schedule, it's almost 6 o'clock now.
I'm sorry.
5:53 actually p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's supposed to be dark by 6:37. We've got at least an hour and 4 minutes left in our drive to get there. So it's going to be dark before we ever get there. So there's not going to be enough light to film anything on the hike in. It's not going to be enough light to film while I'm setting everything up. So I figured I'd just check in with y'all now on the drive there, and then once we get hiked in, get everything set up and get in the hot tent and get, you know, everything, the hot stove and everything going, I'll just bring y'all back then once we're set up for the night. So you ain't gonna get to see the hike in, you ain't gonna be able to see set up or none of that on this episode, but you guys have seen me set up stuff 100 times now on this channel, so it's not a big deal. We got fall colors in full force, people, so it should be beautiful up on our mountain this weekend. We're gonna be up there tonight, which is Friday, and Saturday night, and then sometime Sunday, Mama Bear will come pick me back up. So I'm going to enjoy the ride in. We're going to enjoy some music, and I'll see you all at site. I'll let your boy. Peace.
Peace.
All right, folks, doing a quick check-in. We're 21 minutes out. 6:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time's our arrival time. It is 6:35 right now, which it's 6:37 sunset. So I figured I'd bring you back because look at that pretty skies. It's the North Carolina sunset right there. Trees wasn't in the way, we'd be able to see just the tip of the sun or the horizon. It's beautiful. So with that being said, it will definitely be dark by the time we get where we're going, and I will be doing a night hike without a doubt to get in tonight. This is kind of cool because, you know what, I've never done that here, have I?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, Sydney and I all did a night hike out here at Crowder's at one time actually, but I've never had to hike in to the campsite at dark, so this will be a new experience for the 1 year anniversary camping adventure up on Crowder's Mountain. Look at that sunset. The skies, it's so pretty. All right, folks, we'll see you here shortly. All right, folks, we are now at Crowder's. The wife's right there behind me. She's leaving. As you can see, it's twilight, really dark, and it's going to get darker once we go into the forest, so you're not going to be able to see me. So I'm just going to do my mile hike in, and I'll hit y'all up once we get up there on site. As you can tell, it's dark. All right, folks, I'll see you when we get up there at the campsite about a mile from now. Hey, welcome back, folks. So it took me about 35 minutes to hike up into site. It was 1.1 miles to the site I'm at, which is campsite 10. And then I've been setting up. What time is it now? So I got out of the truck at 7. I was up here by 7:35-ish. It's 8:27 p.m. now. So the rest of the time it took me to set up camp, get everything in here. I mouth blowed up my air mattress. It's one of the thicker ones, so I'd be comfortable this weekend. And then getting the stove built out, set up, and then propping and redoing stakes and everything, so everything is, you know, propped up right in here. But we got camp set up for the night. I have not checked in with my wife yet, let her know. I did let her know I was here at site, but I haven't talked to her until I'd call her back once I was all set up. So now that I'm all set up, I'm not gonna do too much recording tonight because there's not a whole lot to show you guys. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let y'all go for the night, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for coffee. And I'm gonna call the wife and get the stove nice and going, nice and good. And then that way I can damper it down to make it burn slow. I've got it, I actually, because how late I got out of the house, I chose, and it made the hike in harder. I had that cedar at the house that I've been burning at the house, so I decided to go ahead and fill up a book bag full of my cedar that's already been split and processed, and I brought a book bag full of cedar in because I knew I was going to get here after dark, and I didn't want to have to go looking for wood, cut it, split it, process it just to get my stove going tonight. So I brought enough wood to get the stove going and keep it going all night, and probably enough to cook my breakfast and coffee on in the morning. And then tomorrow I'll have to go find more wood for the hot stove for tomorrow evening. I'm not gonna burn the stove all day long tomorrow. There's no point, because I do plan on going hiking and everything else, but I brought enough wood with me to get me through tonight, which made the hike a whole lot harder than what it needed to be. But again, I didn't want to have to stumble around in the dark trying to find wood and everything else. And they do have wood boxes up there where you can buy wood for $5 a bundle. You use all the wood you can, and that's when you want, and then when you leave, you fill out the little slip how much you use and you pay for it, right? The problem is the wood's too long to fit in my stove, so I'd actually have to cut it in half and then split it down more. So no matter what, if I didn't carry in wood, I was gonna have to process up wood tonight and get me through tonight. I didn't feel like dealing with that, so I just carried it all in. So either way, I'll see y'all tomorrow at coffee time. Unless something cool happens tonight, I'll just see you at coffee time. I'm gonna jump off here, call the wife, check in with her. And I'm not quite ready for dinner, but I am ready for this though. I brought in 2 Mountain Dews, and only 2, one for each night. So here's the Mountain Dew for tonight. I am ready for this dew, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop it open. This dew's to y'all. Appreciate everybody's support, and we'll see y'all in the morning. And this is the breakfast of champions. Eggs, 4 eggs, hot coffee. One thing I'm missing is either some bacon or sausage, but this will do wonders. All right, everybody. I got dishes all cleaned up. Stove it's down to just embers inside there, so I feel confident enough I can walk away and everything will stay safe. Tent's all battened up. Let's go for a little hike real quick. Check out, I've seen a couple campers already leave. So we're at FC 10, which is a family campground here at Routers. Next one we're gonna walk up to here is campsite 9. Give you all a view of this. This one's got 2 tent pads. It's got a tent pad right there, and it's got one back there. It's a nice, not bad. Big old sitting logs. There's the main trails right here, but all the campsites connect. So I was on 9, this is 10. Just work around here to, I'm on 10, that was 9 we just looked at. Oh, let me go right here. Stay on the site so I don't have to walk up down the trail. This should be 8 we're walking up on now, which also has 2 tent pads. I wonder why campsite 10's only got 1. Maybe I just didn't see the other one. It's got an upper tent pad, then a lower tent pad. That one's smaller. So you got a smaller tent, bigger tent, a couple pieces of burnt wood, but it's nothing I'm gonna take and cut up. And then the next site somebody set up on, so we're not gonna go over there and bother them. Let's just walk on by. But let me flip the camera around here. So that was 8 we just walked out of right when I flipped the camera. The next campsite, which I think maybe 7, it's got a camper up there. Not a camper or campers, but campers as far as people camping out here. This is you can only get up here by hiking. There's one of the 2 water sources. So 8 through 10, 3 through 7's this way. Take you back to the very first site that we ever camped at. So 7's got campers on it, so we're not gonna walk up on their site. Here, hey, they're still in bed or they're out hiking or something. So that was 7. And they got a food bag hanging up in the tree. Ain't really nothing up in here you got to worry about hanging a food bag, but it's good practice no matter what when you go camping. I should get into practice and start doing it myself. I just don't normally hang my food because, you know, so far, at least since this channel's been started, I haven't been anywhere that I got to worry about bigger type animals that I don't want to come to camp. So there's some more signage. There is a toilet house out here. It's just a big hole in the ground basically with a shitter on top of it. It does not though, it does not. Maybe they're getting ready to cut in another site. There is no shower up here though, it's just water. No power, just water, but the water's not at the site. There's 2 water sources, I think right here's the second one. There may be 3. There might be another one back by campsite 1 and 2, which is when you first come into the woods over here. So there's water. Campsite 7, which we've already seen. 7 through 10, so this is the forest road. That's campsite 6 down in there. And campsite 5 is down in there. Campsite 5 is Al Hunter and I's favorite campsite. So the first 2 sites that we camped at was 4 and then 5. And the reason we like 5 so much, I don't see anybody down there, is because it's completely down in the woods by itself. So let's go up here. FC4. Hammock only. Huh. So they have redone the park. Because you had campsites right here. It looks like they tore up the, that's what they did. I see. So campsite 4 was right in here. And it looks like they took down the tent pad and they're restoring everything to normal right here. Here's part of something. That's probably where a tent pad was, but right in here was campsite 4. So this is where the YouTube channel started. So that's 3. This should be 4. And I believe 5 was right, no. 4, 3, 2 or something like that. But either way, it was right here. And now it's gone. Owl Hunter's gonna, wow. So now campsite 4 is hammock only. I'm gonna check this out because that's cool. Look at that. I'm gonna have to remember this. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4 hammocks, 5, 6. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do 8 hammocks here if you wanted. Look at that, folks. I'll have to remember this. It looks like campsite 3, they've done the same thing over there. It's hammock only. Wait until Owl Hunter sees this. So Owl Hunter, this is campsite 4. This is where we started at, but they just moved the site up into the woods from down that little center patch. And it's hammock only. Look how cool this is. I'm assuming that's campsite 3 there. Let's just cut through the woods. Look at that, dude. That is so cool. Hammock only. Look at that. Ain't that something else? Oh, Owl Hunter Risheroo is going to be happy to see that. That's what it was. So what is this, campsite 3? Yeah, so 3 and 4 are now hammock only. 1 and 2 is up near the beginning. So it'd be 3, 4. Maybe I thought there was 3 campsites down here, but it looks like I think I'm wrong. And maybe it was only 2. I just know campsite 4 is where we started the channel at. I think the first 2 videos we recorded was 4, and campsite 5, or the first video was 4, and the second or third video was 5, because I think we went here, National Forest, and then back here. I'd have to rewatch my videos. I just know the channel started here. So I'm gonna walk down here and check out campsite 5 real quick because I didn't see anybody down here, so I should be able to walk down there to the site and show you guys. Campsite 5 was my favorite one. Six is good too, but 5 is even down farther. So here's FC5 and FC6. As long as I don't see nobody down there, we'll go check out 5. Campground 6 is right there, so we're not going to go over there because you got people camping on it. We don't want to bother them. This is FC5. Now FC5 is my, I've already said it a bunch. I'm just going to say it again. It's my favorite site because look, the roads up there, the forest road that the park rangers use to get up in here, clean fire pits and change out the trash bags and all that. It's like, it's the best campsite that's tucked back. Now I like campsite 10 as well where we're at, but the road's within 50 yards of the campsite. This campsite here, we've camped here a couple of times because, oh, look at that. And we absolutely love it here. This is our favorite site. I mean, that tent pad by itself is huge. Look at that. The problem is this is the site I was wanting for this weekend, but it said it was booked. It said every campsite but the one I got was booked for the weekend. I think what it was is this one was used last night and then they rolled out early this morning. And if I'd have done one night, I probably could have got the site. But this is where I wanted to be because it's away from everybody. Beautiful campsite. Big tree fell down right there. I'm sure all that's from the hurricane or tropical storm that blew through. All right, folks. But that's the campground. Only two other campgrounds is 1 and 2, which I'll show that off later when we go on a little bit later hike farther away from the campsite. So I'll holler at y'all shortly. All right, here's FC2. There ain't nobody here, so we're gonna go up and look at it real quick. FC1's got campers at it, so we're not gonna go over there, but this is FC2. Another nice campsite. 2 camp pads, and like I said, FC1's up there over there. Well, we got campers over there, so we're not gonna go over there and disturb them. And that's all the campsites. I'll leave you on for a second so we can get to FC1. So that's FC2. It's the second campsite you'll pass when you first come in to the family campground area. And then they got the same, I think, same amount of campgrounds that way a little bit, and it's group campgrounds, which I've stayed over there once before too, and they're nice. FC1's up there. As we've already talked about, there's people up there, so we're not going to go up there and show you that one. We'll have to catch that on a later video. So it's early in the day. We're just going to go take off and do a little hiking instead of sitting around outside all day. And I just got to make sure I'm back long enough to gather, cut, and split and process some wood. I may have enough wood to get me through tonight, but I doubt it. So this is another awesome thing. This is new because every time I've came here in the past couple years, there was absolutely no alcohol allowed. And apparently, and in the rule thing paper now, it looks like you can drink on site as long as you stay on site. And there's another side somewhere it says cannot be drunk. So you can drink with moderation at the campsites here, which is cool. And something else I noticed too, which last year, the year before when I came here, I noticed in the rules. So I'm a concealed carry person. I got my CCW. I carry my pistol everywhere I go. And all the times before I came here, I've always noticed, a sign that's, on there, whatever, no firearms, period. Basically, law enforcement rangers, they don't want it on this particular park or whatever. Now, I'm not going to get in a debate if that's legal or not to mandate like that or whatever, because, whatever. But I noticed when I booked in this time, and I'm scanning through the rules, because after I noticed the alcohol thing, I'm like, what else have they changed? And from what I could tell, if you got a concealed carry permit and it's concealed and it stays put up, you're no longer illegal to carry here either. Now I'm going to look into that last part a little bit more just to make sure, but for everything I read, you can drink at the sites now and you can conceal carry in here as long as you have the appropriate permits, which I happen to have. Now I don't know if that means that they have to issue a permit so they know you have a gun here or not, who knows. And again, I'm not going to debate the legality of that. And I say that because I'm sure, just like myself, I'm full-heartedly believe in the Constitution, and that's my constitutional right. It's the right to bear arms and all that good stuff. We're not going to get into that debate, at least not on this channel. But what I can tell you can carry here now too. So drinking on sites is allowed and carrying. So this is where we're going to leave the campsite area and go into the park. Now, if you go this way down the trail, as that sign says right there, it's a group. So I'm going to hike a little bit. There's a little rock thing up here, about a quarter mile. I'll bring you back there and let you all check that out, but I'm going to kill the video for now. Pretty cool. Let me tell you something, folks. This hike up to the Pinnacle Peak, even though I've made this hike probably 100 times, it never gets easy. Got people behind me, got a bunch in front of me. The trail's busy today. But we're almost at the danger warning sign that once they get up there, anybody who's been watching this channel should recognize it. Our previous trips up here. But we're almost there. Let's go up a couple more S turns and we'll be at the top. I'll see you up there, folks. We're at the base of the Pinnacle. You should recognize that from previous videos. We're gonna get up on top of that rock so you can see above the tree line once these people pass. Pretty cool.
Hello, how are you?
Good. A little winded, but good. It's cool how they do these steps out of the rocks. Something else. Oh my God. All right, so I'm supposed to go that way, but there's a view this way, so we'll go this way first. I'm gonna get up there on the rock. I'll be back with y'all in a minute. Folks, we're not at the very top of the Pinnacle, but we're on a big rock. Down there's the trail, probably 30-40 foot below me. City of Charlotte's gonna be that way. We'd have to get on the other side of the mountain to see it, and I doubt you'd be able to see it anyways. That's the overview. It's beautiful. We did the hard part, so we're going to go ahead and go to the very top. Originally, I wasn't going to go that far up. I ain't gonna lie. I was about a quarter mile away. I was about to call it and just turn around and head back to camp. Because I thought to myself, you know what, Whiskey, you've been up there so many times. You've seen those views so many times. It's so many different, in rainstorms, winter, summer, spring, fall. I mean, we did that 4th of July up there too, that stealth. So, I mean, I've seen it, so I debated on turning around, but you know what? I'm like, nah, I gotta see if we can see the colors for the vid channel. So I'm gonna sit here and relax for a couple minutes, and then I'll take you up to, it's like an auditorium up here. It ain't really, it's just what I call it, but it's like, you'll see what I'm talking about when we get over there. So I'll turn you back when we get over there. I'm gonna sit here and catch my breath and relax for a minute or two. I'll see you up at the arena thingamajigger that I was telling you about. All right, folks, we're back. It's gonna be busy up here.
You guys are nicer than my son and daughter-in-law. I did that. They leave me in the dust.
Look at this, folks.
My son and daughter-in-law are gone. They're like 32.
Pretty cool, ain't it? I'm gonna take you down in here. And if you want to know where I'm at? You watched our 4th of July video that Alvin and I and Rissa did. I'm up here where that's at. So if anybody's been on this channel long enough, has seen all this that I'm showing you now. But look at that. This is awesome, ain't it? Look at the colors down there. Those reds are popping for me. Crowder's Mountain, Kings Mountain's that way. I don't really consider it a mountain compared to some of the mountains I've played in, but it's still one heck of a hike up. So the area I just came from is that auditorium, stadium thing I was telling you about. It's kind of all natural with all these people. It's absolutely beautiful.
Do you know what is this? I've never been to this part. I'm always on the other side, I think. So is this Lake Wiley? Is this
No, Lake Wiley should be that way.
that way?
Because Charlotte's right, city of Charlotte's
This
right there.
way.
Yeah.
So how, if I want to go to that side and look out, is it
Just
just
stay on this trail, but
just right
with
there?
the cloud cover, I don't know if we're
Can't
gonna be able to see
That's what I
the
thought.
city.
Okay, okay.
But just a little advice. Me and my daughters come up here every year for the 4th of July and watch the fireworks from up here. No matter where you look, it's one
Amazing.
amazing show up here.
How you get down at night?
We camp. The
Oh, you camp.
Crowder's Camp Mountain or
Okay.
campsite is right down the
Okay.
base of the mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
Hike down with headlamps, but
Yeah.
it's beautiful on 4th of July.
I bet it is. Yeah, I bet it is.
Very poor job of trying to make a sandwich using the plate. That's all. It's actually kind of works because it's not messy like a regular.
All right, folks. That's the Pinnacle, Kings Mountain, or Crowder's Pinnacle. It's the tallest point, supposedly. It's right here. Check out the views.
It's okay.
Pretty cool. Worth the hike. And then Charlotte is going to be that way. But we're not going to be able to see it up here. Not today because of the cloud cover. But that's where Charlotte is. And this is the area that we came up for the 4th of July fireworks. Past 2 years we came up here for 4th of July. It's going to be, we're going to do it every year. Unless it's a thunderstorm or something silly. Beautiful fireworks shows from up here. Alright folks, I made it back to camp. I'm going to eat me some food, but first I'm going to show you the stickers that Jamie sent me for Lower Michigan camping, or sorry, Lower Michigan Hiking and Camping Adventures YouTube channel. Check that out, ain't that pretty cool? Thanks Jamie for sending these to me, brother. And again, appreciate that phone call. That was awesome. I wasn't expecting to hear from anybody this weekend while I was out here in the woods, outside of my wife and daughter. So check out, below in the description, I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. Check him out. He's they got a Facebook group. They've been going on for, I think he told me 4 years now or something like that. So they got a pretty big following there on Facebook. YouTube channel is newer. He's new to YouTube. But give him a check out. I'll put the link to his YouTube channel down below in the descriptions. And then when you go to his YouTube channel and his bio section or whatever, the part that you're going to see when you go to his channel, you'll find all of his links to his social media accounts and stuff like that. You can go check those out as well. So I appreciate that, brother. Send me the stickers. I've got all of them right here. I brought them all out with me instead of just one. Mama Bear and myself plan on getting a couple made up ourselves here within hopefully the next week or two, and then I'll send you yours like I promised. All right, folks. I am hungry. I'm not gonna fire up my wood stove. I'm not gonna cook on the wood stove for lunch. I'm gonna do it right here on this my gas system. as I like to call it. Just not sure what I'm cooking yet though. So I've got chicken, beef, noodles and noodles. Guess I need to figure out what I'm going to eat, right? Let's get my foil out, set up the windscreen real quick. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do beef. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do beef. Beef, 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 folks. No, that's my Doritos, and I'm definitely eating some of those. Ha! Sparklers for tonight. Beef and my salsa. Oh, I am hungry and I am tired. That hike is no joke. So let's get the boiling cube in real quick so it can start breaking down because I like a little extra beef. Cube, sauce in here as well. We'll get lunch cooking. That's that, folks. It's gonna take 5 to 10 minutes or so. Then that should be done. I enjoy my lunch. Until that gets done, I'm gonna sit here and eat me some Doritos. And that's it. I'll get done eating lunch. I've got a log down here behind me that I've already gathered, but I need to go gather wood and then start processing for tonight. Crazy. Now the normal stuff like Doritos, oodles and noodles and stuff you eat at home that tastes alright at home tastes so good out here. I got one Mountain Dew for today too, and I was gonna save it for dinner, but I think I'm gonna break it out for lunch. Matter of fact, let me go grab that. This Dew's for y'all. Cheers to everybody. Dew tastes so good. right, folks, my dinner's ready. Chose to do chicken oodles and noodles this time. Last meal of the night. Gonna be eating a good meal at the house tomorrow, so I'm not too pressed about the crappy meals I've had all weekend. My oldest daughter, KK's, is gonna be cooking a big meal for us tomorrow, so, and she's cooking me my favorite chicken too, so. One more night of eating horrible food, and then I'll get a good meal tomorrow. I got the hot stove going. It's getting nice and warm in here again. And now I'm burning the wood I found around camp that I chopped up and processed. It's taking a little longer to get the stove going good. I think the wood's got a little bit of moisture or something in it because the front of my glass, I just started seeing beads of water running down from the condensation coming from the wood, but it's all good. It's starting to crank out good now. I probably got more wood than I need for the night, but I'd rather have that. So I'm sitting out by the fire out there. I come in here and I lay down for a minute, just for a minute to relax because my back was hurting. And I must have passed out for like 2 hours or something because I woke up to my wife calling me going, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm like, "Ooh, cooking dinner?" Then I'd start, and then I brought y'all back to prep the stove and stuff, but tired. I got up really early this morning. I've been up since 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, plus did that big hike. And I've really, only thing I've had to, outside of those eggs this morning, was oodles and noodles to kind of fuel me. So, I don't want to leave tomorrow. I don't want the trip to end. But I'm not going to lie either. I am looking forward to a home cooked meal and a nice hot shower tomorrow when I get home. Wife's gonna pick me up around noon tomorrow. At least that's the plan. I may try to convince her to come earlier. We'll just have to wait and see. Noon's probably better. That way I got until 11 to cool down the stove and everything else, but we'll see. I'll make my mind up here before I call her at the end of the night. But I'm gonna sit here and eat my dinner, folks. It's getting dark enough now. It's already dark out. There ain't a whole lot to show. Not to mention I fell asleep, so. I got neighbors now tonight that are right next door. I let them use my saw and my axe earlier today. Cool couple. They kind of checked out the hot tent and everything, but so I got a couple next to me here that's camping. I thought about going hanging out with them by the fire tonight a little bit, but I'm just gonna give them their privacy, and I'm just gonna hang out inside this nice warm tent. I might even find me a movie to watch. I seem to have a good enough service, so I think I'm just gonna find me a movie and watch a movie, and that'll be it for the night. So I'm gonna eat my dinner before it cools down. And I'll bring you back here shortly, I guess, for the final thought of the night. Yeah, sounds good to me, folks. Appreciate y'all watching. Been a really good anniversary weekend out here.
All right, folks. I ate my dinner. I watched a movie. I've talked to my wife, my daughters. I'm going to bed. It's 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday night. And I'm tired. So we'll just see y'all in the morning. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Doing good, doing good. So, I don't know if you can tell, tent's wet. Started raining last night, around about 11:30ish, midnight, and it didn't stop. It probably stopped maybe 20 minutes ago. I am glad to report that I don't have a single leak inside the tent, and outside about what, an inch, maybe 2 inches from the inside, the lip here is wet, and that's it all the way around. And it's from the splashback, I'm assuming. But everything else is 100% dry, 100% dry in there. So no leaks whatsoever. So that was good. The bad part is it's supposed to be on and off rain all day today, when originally it wasn't supposed to be raining at all, not until Monday. But now the chances have moved up, and we got chances of rain all day today. So there's a good chance I got to hike out in the nasty weather or in rain with muddy trails. This kind of sucks. It's not what I wanted to deal with today, but it's part of the adventure, I guess, right? Overall, good trip. Real good trip. I'm gonna sit here, enjoy my coffee, call my wife, get her up out of bed so she can have her coffee, and then she's got the hour and a half. It should only take an hour and a half to get here because it's Sunday, so I imagine the traffic shouldn't be too heavy. But on average, it's hour and a half, hour and 15 to 2 hours to get here, depending on it all depends on the traffic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wake her up, get her to get her coffee and stuff, so because she's got a long trip in. It took me 35 minutes to walk up here with all this gear, and I'm walking out with a lot less weight because I'm not carrying wood, I'm not carrying water, there's a lot less weight, and it's downhill the whole way. So I know it's only gonna probably take me, let's just say 35 minutes to get down. So I'm gonna call her and have her get up and get her coffee and start heading this way. And then I'll have her check in, and then I'll start hiking out. And I'll be back with y'all for a breakdown. We'll just do our final thought during our walkout, okay? So I'll see y'all in a little bit. I will go ahead and record breakdown. I'm just gonna do it in time lapse though. So I will speak with y'all again at final thought when we're on our way out of here. All right, everybody. So do a quick, see the dry pad where the tent was, but everything's cleaned up. I stacked my wood left over. I'm not carrying it out, I'm just gonna leave it for the next camper. The site's cleaned up. So let's go ahead and begin our hike out of here. All right, give me 1 second for the final thought. Let me get past these campers first. Campsite 10 treated us really well. Fairly enjoyed myself this weekend. Have a good weekend. All right, give me 1 second, folks. All right, folks, sorry about that. He wanted the link to the YouTube channel real quick, so I want to make sure I get it to him. So 1 year anniversary overall was a good trip, good camp. We come back here to where it all started. Now granted, we didn't stay at the campsite that we stayed at when we started the YouTube channel because it was booked up, but we did stay at the campground that we started the channel at, just a different campsite. This is actually my first time staying at campsite number 10, so that was pretty cool. I actually like that campsite. It's kind of tucked back and by itself, so I'll have to remember that. Overall, I had a really great trip. I'm glad to do it. I always love coming up here to camp. I don't necessarily enjoy the hike in all the time because it's over. Not really. It's just because it's uphill, right? But that's part of the adventure, so I guess that's okay. But regardless, I still love it out here. Had a great time. Hot tent did me well this weekend. I actually last night let it go out because I got way too hot. And I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go in my sleeping bag. I ain't messing with this hot stove. So about 11:30, right before it started raining, or right when it started raining, is when I just said enough's enough with the hot stove, and I stopped using it. Now, woke up this morning a little bit chilly, wanted to fire the stove up, but decided not to, because then I'd have to let it cool down. That just delays the whole process of getting out of the woods. And I'm not gonna lie, after playing my air mattress game all weekend with it deflating, getting up every 2 hours to re-inflate the daggone thing, I am tired, and I am looking forward to actually going home this time and taking a nice hot bath and sleep in my comfortable bed. I think what I need to do is just invest myself in the hammock hot tent, which I don't know why I didn't do to begin with, because I've said many times on this channel before, I sleep 10 times better in that hammock than I do my home bed at home. Now, why I bought a TP style hot tent and not the hammock, I know why, because it's more expensive, and the wife talked me into buying the cheaper stuff to make sure I'm gonna like it before I spend the money on the more expensive. That's why. But either A, I gotta get a camping cot that's meant to go inside a tent, or B, I gotta get the hot tent that's made for my hammock, so I can get back into my hammock again where I truly do belong and not sleeping on the ground. I'm not a young pup no more these days, folks. All right, I'm jabbering. I'm gonna get winded the farther we go here, so let's go ahead and sum this up real quick. I'm gonna set the stove down. Appreciate everybody watching. The year that I've been on this YouTube adventure, I've met a ton of good people. Either it's viewers or it's other creators that I would never have met if I didn't do all this. Some of these people I'm gonna consider lifelong friends, regardless if I ever get to meet them face to face or go camping with them or not. Just, they're good people. So I'm happy. I can't believe it's been a year already. That's kind of mind blowing. It feels like I've only been doing this a couple months, but it has been a year. All my supporters and people who've been watching and showing me love on my social media accounts and hit me up, I appreciate each and every one of you. Much love and respect. My Patreon supporters, thank you very much. Today's comment, you guys continue to go above and beyond and donate. So Matthew B, Stephen R, and Mark K, greatly appreciate you three for doing what you do. As I've said before, last month, this month, and what is November, and just so October, November, and December, the Patreon support you guys have been donating to the channel, I'm not going to cash it out for Mountain Dew and gas. I'm going to wait until December and let it build up, and then just donate it to that GoFundMe page, which is going to be down in the descriptions below, to help out that family. And then anybody else that, because we've had a couple videos sponsored, anybody else chooses to sponsor a video from now to then, just know all proceeds of those sponsorships will also go to the GoFundMe page. So if anybody chooses to become a Patreon, or choose to, you don't want to get locked into a monthly obligation, you want to sponsor a video, by all means, reach out to us on either my email account or through one of the messenger apps on the social media accounts, which all my social media accounts are down below in the description, and let me know, and I'll let you know what you got to do to make that happen. Greatly appreciate everybody's support. I'm going to go ahead and pack the camera away and get to hiking out of here. It was an awesome adventure. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back in the woods next week or not, if I'm just going to actually take the weekend off. I may take the weekend off, but I am a couple videos in the bank, so I don't think that'll make it a week without a video for y'all. But if it does, and there's not another video after this one, it goes a whole 2 weeks before you see anything after this video, just know it's because I decided after a year of non-stop going that I decided to take a weekend off just to hang back with the family, and then I'll be back out the very following week. Y'all, you already know how we do it. Until next time, holler at your boy. Peace. Whiskey for whiskey. W for whiskey, folks. Much love and respect, everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's support. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Spread the word about the channel. Holla at your boy. Peace.